Hi guys, yeah, welcome back to another edition of John Talks Wrestling. It has been a while since I did my last video. It's been about 3 weeks, something like that. If you watch my other vlog video, you'll find out the reason why was because I was actually ill, like the flu, and I didn't really have a voice to do any videos. So anyway, I'm back on a roll, back on YouTube again doing videos. This video is going to be about WWE Battleground. I didn't actually see this event, not really because I was ill, because that's not really an excuse, purely because I actually got the channels mixed up. Over here in the UK it airs on Sky, and I thought it was on Sky Box Office, and it turned out it was on Sky Sports, and I missed a repeat, so I never actually saw the event. So this video is going to be a little different. It's basically going to be me talking about the event, but I'm going to basically do it in a way that it will be sort of like who I think should have won but who actually won, and basically just do it like that because it's the only way I can really do it. So anyway, we're gonna get on with the video. The first match up was Dolph Ziggler facing Damien Sandow. This was on the pre-show, so I didn't even see the pre-show match. So there we go. Dolph Ziggler actually defeated Damien Sandow in this matchup. Yeah, that's probably the right way to go. Dolph Ziggler is definitely a guy who needs to be pushed even more, as also being a former world champion. He's also in the same way. It's also helping Damien Sandow to actually helping to push Damien Sandow as well, because Damien Sandow is a good wrestler. He just at the moment needs to be doesn't need to be pushed as much as Dolph Ziggler does. Dolph Ziggler is the extra push to become one of the top guys in the company. So yeah, good move on WWE's part. Interesting match to put on the pre-show, may I add. Yeah, that'll draw in the viewing figures. So yeah, good decision there. I probably would have run with Dolph Ziggler winning that match anyway. So that's all good. I'm gonna just out on my sheet a second. So the first match, I don't know if this was the first match, I've missed going in the order I've got them written down. So we've got Alberto defending against Rob Van Dam for the World Heavyweight Championship. Obviously Rob Van Dam being accompanied by Ricardo Rodriguez. We all know how that all happened, I'm not going to go into that. Alberto Del Rio basically defeated Rob Van Dam. That's fair enough, considering the fact that I think the only reason Rob Van Dam is really in that kind of rivalry at the minute, or storyline at the minute, is because they use Rob Van Dam to help. So I don't know if you can hear that in the background. There's arguing going on. I'm not stopping the video now. So basically they're using Rob Van Dam to help push Alberto Del Rio up the top. So yeah, I can see why WWE done that. I don't necessarily agree with the decision to make Alberto Del Rio defend and Alberto Del Rio to actually win the match, because like I said in previous videos, I'm not a fan of Alberto Del Rio. I don't think he's really, in my eyes, comes across as like a world champion. But I can see why they done it, if you get what I mean. Obviously Rob Van Dam being at the age he's at, he's probably not in that kind of frame of mind to have him as, what I'm trying to say, he's not in that in the mindset to be a world champion because of his age, and he's quite older now, and he's obviously more of kind of like a mentor figure in WWE now. So they're obviously using Rob Van Dam to mentor Alberto Del Rio in a way. So you can see why. But personally, I would have made Rob Van Dam champion. It might have helped. It might have even helped Alberto Del Rio kind of get more motivated. So yeah, that's that one. That's that match. The Real Americans, Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro, being accompanied by Zeb Coulter, defeated apparently Santino Marella and Great Khali. That was just a standard tag match. That's a bit of a random tag team. Santino Marella and Great Khali. Great Khali's a wrestler I don't think's really worth the time. I suppose he might be a good wrestler like in India or something, but I don't think he's majorly well used over, and I don't think WWE really have anything for him. That's why he's been shoved in this matchup. The really annoying thing about this matchup is there's a team in this of the Real Americans. Jack Swagger. Not too bothered about Antonio Cesaro. Not a big major. I don't think he really fits WWE. Antonio Cesaro, he doesn't fit WWE in my mind, in my eyes. Feel free to slag me off if you want. I mean, he's a good wrestler. I'm not going to knock him for that. He's out there doing it, but I don't think he fits WWE. Jack Swagger, however, does, and I feel that the idea of putting him in this team, and they're not even using the team, so I think that's really a bit of a crime to Jack Swagger, because I think he's a talented guy. In all honesty, in this matchup, I do agree with the fact that the Real Americans won anyway. They are the stronger team. It seems to me like Santino Marella and the Great Khali are actually like just a thrown together tag team. So yeah, and also they were accompanied by Hornswoggle, so it's even more thrown together, because Hornswoggle's just a comical kind of guy. He just jumps in whatever. So there we go. Curtis Axel, obviously being accompanied by Paul Heyman. He's one of the new Paul Heyman guys. Defeated R-Truth for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, I can see why. Again, I can see why they're doing that. Obviously, they're really high on Curtis Axel because obviously he's related to Mr. Perfect. But like I said in the videos before about Curtis Axel, doesn't necessarily mean because he was related to Mr. Perfect he's going to be just as good. R-Truth is a good wrestler in his own right, and he has done some good things in the wrestling business, not necessarily right to the top, but he has done some good things. I mean, when he disappeared to TNA for a while, he was their champion. So I know this is talking about TNA we're talking about. So, but you know, he has that potential to be a top guy. But I do agree with I agree that out of the two guys, obviously the Curtis Axel is the stronger wrestler, and has more of the more charismatic, I suppose. I don't know. R-Truth is quite charismatic. They could possibly make like some kind of rivalry out of this revolving around the Intercontinental title for R-Truth. Might do him some good as a wrestler. Help maybe push R-Truth a bit more. That's obviously dependent on what WWE are planning to do with R-Truth. So yeah. So actually, on that match, I'm gonna probably say I'm gonna bit half and half on that one. Yeah, I agree for why you made Curtis Axel win the match, or why they decided that he was the right one to win that match. But on the other side, I feel, well, why couldn't they made R-Truth win it? I suppose because R-Truth would be a good Intercontinental champion. And I like R-Truth. He's a very talented guy. He's good on the mic as well. I think he's not talking, but more like the singing part. That's not really good on the mic, is it? He's quite. We'll put it. He's good on the mic in a comical sense. So yeah. Right. So the next matchup was AJ Lee, who's now been accompanied by Tamina Snuka. Obviously, they had nothing else to do with Tamina Snuka, so they shoved her as like an alias or an assistant of AJ Lee now. Apparently, embarrassing the Snuka name doing that. But then, this is what I'm saying about wrestlers that are related doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be as good, and this is the perfect example with Tamina Snuka. Just because she's related to Jimmy doesn't mean she's going to be as good, and look what's happened to her. But it looks like Curtis Axel might be good, but it might just be WWE making him look like. Do you see what I mean? What I'm trying to get at? I hope people understand what I'm trying to get at with the whole Curtis Axel thing. Right, so yeah, she's accompanying AJ Lee to the ring. She was facing Brie Bella. She defeated Brie Bella. Don't think Brie Bella's a very strong contender. Beep, that was my Facebook, ignore that. Actually, I'm going to just mute that for a minute. Bear with me, there we go. Right, so yeah, I don't really think that Brie Bella's a very strong wrestler. I don't think either the Bella twins are really that strong. I think they might be stronger if they were maybe separated, like kind of what we've done with the Hardys. Obviously AJ Lee's a stronger wrestler at the moment. She is one of the top women in the company, along with Caitlyn. They do need to revamp the Divas division, but yeah, I can see why I can agree with the AJ Lee winning that matchup. Would be interesting to see if they maybe go forward with that whole storyline or that whole thing with AJ Lee and Brie Bella. We'll see. So that's their match. The next matchup was there was a stipulation. There was a stipulation on my notes. I'm just looking at my notes. Bear with me. Right, so there was a stipulation in this matchup because they're obviously facing the Shield. This is obviously to do with the authority storyline that's going on with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon and all that. Basically, if the Shield had won, Dusty Rhodes would have lost his job as the NXT trainer, and the Rhodes family would have been banned from WWE. Obviously, they didn't. They won the matchup. I'm actually liking the whole Goldust and Cody Rhodes thing at the moment. Yeah, it's a good thing for the Rhodes family. It's good to see Goldust back in WWE as well. He hasn't done much for a while, and I think it's a good push for Cody Rhodes to work with his brother as Goldust. I think Cody Rhodes is a talented guy, and he deserves more in the company. But then again, what I was saying before about the Curse Axel thing, just because he's related and he's in the Rhodes family doesn't mean he's going to be as good. And then you look at the example with Goldust. You see what I mean? I mean, Goldust was a good wrestler, but he never was great. If you see, but he was a good wrestler. He did do some good things, but he never was the champion, he never hit the big time like some of the other people. So, or some of the other wrestlers. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, bearing in mind at the minute, like, the Shield have gone from being like this tough ass group who don't take no shit from anybody, and now they're lackeys for Triple H, which I don't really understand, and I will be doing a video on that. I'm going to do a video on that and my opinions on that at some point soon, so stay tuned for that video. Yeah, I think it's a good decision. It helps push, and it also helps the Shield look like maybe they're kind of like there's cracks showing within the Shield, so it kind of gives that kind of impression off. So that'll be interesting to see if they do more of that with the Shield, them losing. Obviously, like they've already lost the tag team titles to Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Hold on a minute, was this before? Because I did lose track of it for a little bit. Yeah, it was. Okay, it's fine. So they did lose the championships anyway. So they're doing this to kind of show cracks within the Shield. So yeah, so that was an interesting way to go with it. So hopefully they do more of that, because at the end of the day, the Shield isn't going to last forever. You know, and all three of them guys are, you know, I'm not going to go into it. But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to show cracks within the Shield, and that's what I think they're trying to do anyway. So, and it's working. Right, next matchup, Bray Wyatt from the Wyatt family, obviously with his brothers. What you want to call them brothers, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. They defeated Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston's the guy that I find is very overhyped. I mean, I'm not saying he's a rubbish wrestler. He's a good wrestler. He just, to me, he's really overhyped all the time. And obviously he lost this matchup. This is obviously to help put the Wyatt family over, make them look better. They can make look like the bigger people. I can sort of, like with this whole Wyatt family thing, I can sort of see like a rivalry going on with the Shield, which would be quite interesting, and it might end up, if they were to do it, it could end up being the demise of the Shield with the Wyatt family or completely implode and destroy both teams. Don't know, but yeah. So yeah, makes Bray Wyatt look tougher, meaner. They just use Kofi Kingston to basically do that. Good move for WWE if they're looking to push the Wyatt family more, make them look like a stronger stable, stronger group, stable, however you want to pronounce it. Next matchup was CM Punk versus Ryback. Obviously defeated Ryback. It was kind of obvious that was going to happen, considering the fact now that Hell in a Cell, they're going to be doing this whole handicap Hell in a Cell matchup with all these guys. So it was kind of obvious they were going to make CM Punk look like the stronger person or the stronger wrestler, as you should put it. Stronger person, stronger wrestler. yeah, it's a good move. I mean, in regards to Ryback, I'm not really a fan of Ryback at the moment. I think he's better. I think when he was first there, he was good. Now he's just got boring. But yeah, good move. I mean, I'm a CM Punk fan anyway, so it's kind of biased that I'd agree with that. But I mean, if there was something where CM Punk lost, then I thought that was the right decision. I think it's the right decision. CM Punk, yeah, CM Punk wins, good idea. Helps make him makes him look bigger going into Hell in a Cell in the handicap matchup, which obviously at this time probably wasn't announced. It was probably, I think it was announced like a night after or something. So anyway, but it's going to make him look stronger going in, and you can use that leading up to Hell in a Cell. So yeah, good move there. I agree with that decision. Right, and the final matchup was Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton. This was pretty much just a single match for the vacant WWE title, which apparently ended up in a no contest. Interesting way to go around it. I don't know what they're going to do with the vacant title. So there's apparently the matchup had lasted 25 minutes and it ended up in a no contest. So obviously an interesting way to put Battleground. Maybe they're trying to save the title being recrowned for Hell in a Cell. Obviously, because I think maybe they're obviously going to do what they are going to be doing is Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell match, maybe for the vacant WWE title, and whoever wins that is going to kind of end that storyline, and that is going to be the end of it. So interesting way that WWE have gone around. Not saying I agree with it, but it's an interesting way that WWE have gone around that. Sorry, just my hand. It's an interesting way they've done that. So it kind of leaves it open for the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And yeah. Pardon me. All in all, I can't really give this event a rating because I never actually watched it. So from what I've pretty much read here on in my notes and that, it does sound like the event was pretty good. So I can't give it a rating, I'm afraid. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I can do. I can only work with what I got. But yeah, it sounds like they pretty much set up good for Hell in a Cell. Some interesting angles that they're going at here. Especially the Daniel Bryan and Randy Orton one seems quite interesting. The fact that they didn't actually make anyone win that title. So maybe they're keeping it open for Hell in a Cell. Let's just look at my notes a bit more here, just in case I missed anything. Hold on. I'm just going to flick through my notes quickly and see if I haven't missed anything. I'm just going to go forward and look at what they got. Yeah, so there we go. Hell in a Cell, right? They set it up. They set it up perfectly. Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan for the vacant WWE title. That's what I just said they were going to do. So there we go. That's a really interesting way of going around it. I like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video of this edition of John Talks Wrestling. Sorry it couldn't have been better. I didn't get to see Battleground, which is rather annoying. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video, and take care for now. Bye!